Ron. Hi everyone.
Hey folks, how's it going?
Welcome back to a View of 2, and we're doing another What's Up video. So apparently Hiram has a question for me this time.
Yes. You ready?
I don't know.
What is up with black people and not keeping time, man?
What do you mean black people are not keeping time? You've got to qualify it.
Oh,
Hiram, what black people?
Well, I've been in business for 24 years now. And not all.
Okay, so not all black people.
It's a generalization, but I'll share another experience which will qualify even further. But I would make an appointment.
Yes.
Now, to me, an appointment is a time that's set aside.
Okay.
For a specific event.
Right.
So it's not fluid.
Right.
So, and I'd get there and I'd phone the guy and say, oh no, sorry, I'm going to be half an hour late. And I'm like, dude, we had a 10 o'clock appointment. What's up?
I guess it depends on how you tell time.
Oh my word. How does that one work?
For us, time is a feeling.
Oh, time is a feeling.
Time is like.
So in other words, when you're having your menstrual cycle.
Wow, really?
Time changes for you or something, right?
Yeah, like. Okay, I'll be honest, South Africa, there is something called African time, you know, and so it means you have to be one with your land, and like feel. So in other words, when the leaf's shadow gets past the rock, then you are ready to go. Yeah, well, you know, like my mom, right? So I have. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I have more of a Western idea of time.
Yeah,
and
but
so,
you still have issue with time.
There's no need to tell South African personal things.
The whole
and
point.
I don't have an issue with time.
You had one.
I had an issue with time, right? Like, why have you got to be personal?
So, not anything personal.
You said I had an issue with time.
That's one of the questions. Why I raised it is because of this. That's the whole point. Now listen, my wife used to work in a kitchen fitting company.
Right.
Back.
Right. Mans is her name, yeah. Amanda. Yeah.
And she had the experience a number of times. The one particular one was an elderly Zulu gentleman.
Yes.
Had a range of time.
So you're saying Zulus or you're saying black people in general?
He was Zulu. So,
okay.
And he used the reference. That's why I'm saying it. Okay. He was a Zulu gentleman, elderly guy. Made an appointment to see her boss. Her boss waited for two hours. And had to leave to take care of some other business, and this chap pitched up 3 hours later, right, saying, "Where's Mr. So-and-so?" And my wife says, "Well, he waited for 2 hours and then she had to leave." So he says, "If you want to do business with the Zulu man, you have to keep Zulu time." Exactly. What does that mean?
Like you white people have to understand that you're in Africa, and we tell time according to
you have
African
to understand
standards.
that we're in business, and business time is money.
Yes.
And so what are you spending your time on other money while you're wasting my time? Huh?
I honestly, so I was going to tell the story of my... Are you getting in your feelings now?
No, I'm just like, I cannot fathom it. But anyway, carry on.
So my mom also, like when I ask her, like I said, I do use the clock to tell time. But like when
Not a sundial.
But like whenever I ask my mom, like what time are we leaving, she always says when I'm done, and she always tells me not to tie her down to an actual time. Okay. So I think if we're trying to have a non-scientific understand, because I obviously haven't done a study of this, I do think that African people are more, it really is more about just
they go with their body clock instead of their
exactly. I do think it's that, because they're more in touch with themselves.
Oh my God.
So how about this? How about you guys stop being such sticklers for like what the clock is saying, and start being one with the universe?
What is a diary?
It's a piece of paper with numbers on it.
Oh, well that explains it. Yes.
But okay, here's the question: Why are white people so bound by these things?
By it? It's just to get things to flow properly.
But clearly it's not working in Africa, so why don't you try another way?
and then start crying now. Like they're wearing glasses. Yeah, in order to function in a business environment where you've got multiple tasks to complete, multiple things to do, you set them aside. You set aside certain amounts of time during the day to get things done, and then it's a balls up when 3 of your appointments don't keep their time. I'm cool if the guy phones me and says, "Hey man, I'm 10 minutes late."
Okay, I'll give you that.
And then it's fine. But no one phones.
Well, they answer the phone though when you.
They don't even answer. No, they don't. And then it comes, and then I'm not there, and then he says, "Where were you?" Dude, I waited an hour. Not even. I wouldn't. But I'd wait 10 minutes.
So okay, but are you saying only black people do this? Are you saying only 90% black people? 90%. Fine, but you don't know of any white people who do the same thing.
Not as often.
Do you know? You're not answering the question.
No, not at all. I said not all.
Right,
but majority of white people that I've dealt with will either be there around the right time, on time, or they will at least phone. Not all, but most.
Okay, well, South Africa, what's up with? He says it's called Zulu time.
African time, but this particular guy said Zulu time.
Is it a real thing? Is it a real problem? Clearly, it's Hiram is in his feelings about this.
No, what it could be is maybe I'm just sensitive to consideration.
So for you, it's about consideration.
Well, maybe that's it, because if someone phones me and says I'm 10 minutes late, then I'm okay with it. It's not so much I've got to be there at 10. So maybe it's inconsiderate to not think, well, this guy's got other things to do with his time.
Well, that's interesting because for you it's more about consideration than the actual time. Do you think that for people who are late, that's not their consideration measure, and so they don't quite understand why you're in your feelings? Like South Africa, you saw him almost lose it, right? And we're in the car, so
and we're going somewhere, and you want to be there at a certain time.
Oh, cool. I'm not denying it. So is it that people get upset because it's about time is money? Is it because people get upset because it's a consideration thing, and you feel like people don't consider you as a human being, or maybe
don't care for your time,
or don't care for your time, or for those of us who affiliate, who are firm believers of African and Bantu time.
Can someone please explain that in the comments?
Yeah,
because you can't. You just say it's Bantu time. I don't know what that means.
I'm telling you, we go with the spirit. Okay. When the spirit says it's time to go, because we're more in touch.
Well, no. More in touch with
the spirit. With the spirit of time.
In other words, you're following your ancestors' time.
There we go, because the clock is it's a made-up concept. The clock is a made-up concept.
So, it works according to the way the sun moves, so maybe that we can work on a sun system.
And maybe we do.
Well, then the sun's moving at the wrong time then.
Okay, so
well, that's a story.
Okay.
No, I'm 100%.
Like, okay, so please tell us, have you experienced the whole Bantu time thing? Are there certain, like, also, does every black person follow Bantu time? For those of you who don't follow it but have been exposed to it, have you been as irritated as we've seen Hiram become as we were talking about this? And what is Bantu time, and how important is time? And is it really about consideration, or do you think that if you can't make it in the time that's given, then the other person should consider your issues? We'd love to know what you think.
Yeah. Well, folks, thanks for tuning in again, and please, if you like the content, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please share it with your friends and family. And comment. We really love your comments. Let us know what Bantu time is. Or what the issue is with white people in time, and why they're so bound by it. Okay. Thank you, South Africa. Peace out. Bye.